We had a terrific event today. We had over 100 people plus an amazing panel. And we were talking about banking culture, all aspects of it, from the people, the process, technology. We had some great perspectives from the regulators who really made it tangible for people in the audience. We also had industry as well as consultant perspectives.
I think one of the things that really struck a chord was the fact that the businesses that run the bank have to be engaged in cultural change. That this is not solely a compliance or an HR function. This is an ongoing battle. It's not something that you can simply say, okay, we're going to institute a bunch of reforms in our organization and then we will monitor its progress and then we will reach some sort of magical finishing line where we can say we can claim victory. I think what's clear is that once you put those reforms in place, once you have the policies and procedures in place, you need to constantly follow up. You need to engage with your employees at regular intervals to monitor the behavior and to ensure that the culture of the institution is reinforced on an ongoing basis.
There are a variety of things that can undermine an organization's attempt to improve culture. One of them is non-alignment with the business. If it's driven by compliance or by human resources alone, without direct and active involvement from senior management as well as middle management on the business side of an organization, we clearly heard from the panel that that's probably doomed. The way that they embrace culture and positive culture will tie into the results of the organization. So this is not a back office, but rather a front office initiative.
Each institution has a unique culture, and therefore, from a regulatory perspective, it is impossible to dictate what your culture should be.
People do comment and say, why are we looking to regulators to address culture? And we heard from our panel some very interesting observations there. One is that they're more actively observing and engaged with culture than certainly I was assuming at the beginning of the process, and I'm sure many of our attendees as well. The other is that they're not going to tell. So the Fed has not issued any rules related to culture. Their expectations are that the companies will do this themselves and that they'll get pushed and prodded and get some guidance from the regulators, but they're not going to have to do this as they would for Dodd-Frank and other regulatory regimes, have to report on it formally. They will know. I mean, it was interesting coming from the regulators themselves. They have real good indication of when a company's in a good place, medium place, or in a bad place. And so the more that they tie this to business results and that they recognize the engagement of all elements of the business, the more success the company will have. So the regulators will be able to push and pull a bit, and that it seemed that the audience welcomed that engagement.